that contributed to the promotion of Islam in America. I think he's best known as a writer, so please listen to him. Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I don't want to take much of your time. Obviously, you're very busy right now. Just a few words, two ideas, one about the past and one about the future. There was a time, there's a story that some of our historians have talked about, where somebody from Lebanon in the early 1900s wanted to come to America. And so he wanted to board a ship. And when he got to the ship, he asked the ship captain, are there any masajid in America? And the ship captain said, no, there are no masajid in America. He got off the ship. He said, I can't go to a country where there are no masajid. His great-grandchildren actually live and prosper in Toledo, Ohio, in a great masjid. The point is this: there was a time when there were no masajid in America. There's a time now that two young men, just a couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago, traveled from one coast to the other coast of this continent, hoping to pray in a masjid, make every prayer in a masjid along the route. And you can actually plan, if you plan properly, you can go from New York to Los Angeles and pray your salah in a masjid along the way. Now, why I say that is because it is very important for us to remember the past. You can only appreciate what you have now if you know how it came about. So yourself and your children and your grandchildren should know that this thing that you see, this grand masjid that you see here, is not suddenly, it does not suddenly appear from somewhere. It is the product of that great history that we have, the great effort made by people who came before us. We should pray for them and remember them and can keep connected with this idea that things that we see now, they have roots somewhere. Only then we'll value them. As for the future, we have children and grandchildren, and they will have children and grandchildren. And we are now engaged in a process of cultural transliteration or cultural transformation or cultural. We are trying to take our culture, our deen is for all times and for all places. The point I'm trying to make is always remember that these young generations to come are going to exist, are going to live, are going to prosper in a world that is totally different from the world that we are living in. So we should always keep in mind that when we transfer our culture, our religion, our values, our aspirations to the young people, we should keep in mind that they live in a time and in a circumstance that may be different from ours. And sometimes we tend to hold them back. We we want them to grow in our image, but our time has passed. We need to keep our deen is for all times, for all places, and it will never become outdated. It will be as prosperous, as relevant, as complete, as much a gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the 25th century as it is in the 21st century. So just this to remember, in the past, we should stay in touch with the history. For the future, we should prepare the next future generations for a future that we can't even imagine, the way the world is changing. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.